Hey everyone, I'm back now. I'm over my flu and I'm feeling much better. I know there's been a lot of controversy about the Zika virus and its source, how it's being treated, how it's being diagnosed, how it seems to be showing up in areas that are impoverished, areas where there are a lot of non-white people and they may not have access to health care. But I thought that besides all that, this is very important because and it will become very important. It may hit the news later on, the lamestream news, that is, because it's been reported that there's a first case of Zika virus transmitted sexually, in Los Angeles. So, although it has been extremely virulent in non-Western countries, or should say poor countries in the Western Hemisphere, this may be something of concern to people who live in Los Angeles area or who live in the Southern California, Mexico, and so forth. So it was published January 5th by Ayushman Basu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm just going to read the article, and I clicked on this report earlier. I'm going to click on it again and let you see that. So, Los Angeles County Department of Public Health confirmed Thursday the first case of the Zika virus being transmitted sexually to a resident living in Los Angeles County. According to a report by the Department of Public Health, a male resident who made a trip to Mexico, a country where the Zika virus is prevalent, began showing symptoms of the virus in early November 2017. After he returned to Los Angeles, his female partner also began showing symptoms. So this was from, well, we don't know when, but it had to have been months prior to coming back in November, or weeks prior, before he came back in early November. And then they're assuming that they probably know that they had sex, and then there was a transmission that sexually that way. The report stated that in the county, vector control agencies perform routine tests on mosquitoes that can potentially carry the Zika virus. There were no cases of anyone getting the virus via local mosquitoes, so they know that it had to come from areas outside the United States. However, from 2015, 122 cases of Zika infections were reported in the county. 121 of those cases showed the person was infected by a mosquito bite, which took place while traveling to an area infested by Zika-carrying mosquitoes. Jeffrey Gunzenhauser, interim health officer for the Los Angeles County, said, quote, "This case is a reminder to take precautions during sex or to avoid sex if you or your partner have traveled to an area with risk of Zika," end quote. Open quote, "Sexual transmission of Zika can occur with or without symptoms. Given the risk for birth defects, the greatest concern is transmission of the virus to women who are pregnant or attempting to become pregnant," end quote, he added. The report further stated that in order to avert sexual transmission of the virus, condoms should be used during sex. If the male partner showed symptoms of the virus, sexual activity should be avoided for a period of 6 months, and in the case of a female partner, 8 weeks or 2 months. And that could have something to do with the fact that it may take longer for the virus to leave a man's body than a woman's body. That could be what that means. I'm not sure. Women who are pregnant should also use condoms or avoid having sex for the entire duration of the pregnancy, the report said. This news might be a bit concerning, given that reports last year suggested the number of cases related to the virus were going down in the U.S., and I remember that they were saying that they were going down. I don't think they were going down. I think they were just unreported or misreported, meaning that they were not documented or reported properly, or they may have been reported as another disease, another problem. Excuse me. According to a report, which we'll read in a minute, we'll see in a minute, According to a report in July 2017 by Democrat and Chronicle, New York reported 155 Zika infections in 2017, which was 56% lower than the number of cases at the same time in 2016. Similar scenarios were reported from other parts of the U.S. as well because the Zika virus was concentrated in one-time hotspots within a period of 12 months. Hence, there were reduced chances of people picking up the virus while traveling abroad. The report also stated that apart from cases where the person came back with the virus from outside the U.S., there were no reports of local Zika transmissions till that point of time. Dr. Paul Greiman, clinical director of the Infectious Disease Division at Strong Memorial Hospital and Golisano Children's Hospital, said, "That's an encouraging sign. People's fear is that it had the potential to spread here," he added. Excuse me. However, experts caution the virus was still a threat for the people who are living outside U.S. and to those who are traveling, and also said that local transmission of the virus might still be a possibility. And I think that's all. I always do this with Raw Story. I scroll down. I assume they have comment sections. Sometimes they do, but I guess it depends on what it is, what the topic is. I think if it's on like Trump or any of these political fiascos, they'll put comment sections there. But for some reason on science stuff, they don't really put comment sections. I don't know what that's about. But we're going to go to this report from the Democrat and Chronicle. This was reported July 12th, 2017. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we can go to that. So this is Zika virus. Let's see. It's about. Maybe this will play. Hope it plays. Hope it plays. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Okay, so they did talk about Puerto Rico up here. The number of people infected with Zika is down substantially this year, reflecting blah, blah, blah. Okay. So basically they repeated a lot of stuff they had in this article from 2017 and put it in the Raw Story article. That's what it seems like. I don't know why this is not showing. Why it's not showing the video. Let's see, I can show the caption. Yeah, that video is not playing. Maybe okay, well, we'll just go back to the previous article here we're looking at, and I think that's fine. And then there's another report here by the Department of Public Health in Los Angeles. Let's go to that and see what it says. publichealth.lacounty.gov. They have in red, residents traveling to areas with Zika virus should take precautions. And they said for immediate release January 4th this year. They have their contact information, so that's good. This is a news release. They're at 313 North Figueroa Street, room 806, Los Angeles, California, 90012. They give their phone number, 213-240-8144. They have a Facebook page, Twitter page. They have their email address there. I'm sure they have a YouTube page as well. Yeah, and then they talk about transmission. So one of the most important paragraphs is probably like in the middle of the report here, where they talk about transmission. Let me try to highlight that. Highlight that paragraph. So transmission of Zika virus is still ongoing in Mexico, Latin America, and other regions of the world. Travelers should take precautions against Zika during travel by avoiding mosquito bites, including using EPA approved mosquito repellent and wearing long sleeves and pants, and for 3 weeks after returning to prevent infecting local mosquitoes. So when you go overseas, you get infected. You could get infected by Zika from those mosquitoes. You bring them here, and you in turn infect the mosquitoes that are here. So what they're trying to say is to avoid that. What they're trying to say is to avoid that, you should, get yourself checked out. So, yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.